Yo, hey guys, it's SmallmouthCrush. Today's tackle review, a quick little video on the type of line that I use. Type of line that I use on a regular basis. I use Gamm Torque, I use Gamm Touch, and I use the Gamm Edge fishing line on a regular basis. And today we're going to break it all down and share with you guys the different applications that I use to help me put more fish in the boat. It's all coming up. So I've been fishing for a while, many years, and I do a lot of finesse fishing, I do a lot of power fishing, I do a lot of heavy cover punching, I do a lot of pretty much everything. And it's been a road. It's been a long, challenging road for me to find the perfect line. And I've experimented with all kinds of different brands. And when it comes down to it, in today's video, I wanted to make just a quick little video on why I choose Gamm most of the time for my applications when I'm fishing. So there's hundreds of different lines on the market today, and it can be extremely overwhelming. It really can be. There's a lot of cheap line out there, and there's a lot of high-end line out there. And I've used them all. But I think the saying goes when it comes to line that you get what you pay for. And that's certainly the case with Gamm. Gamm line, in my opinion, is probably the strongest, most sensitive fluorocarbon line on the market. And they make two different, we're actually going to be talking a little bit about braid as well in this video, but they make two different fluorocarbon lines. And the whole process of their manufacturing process is different than a lot of fluorocarbon lines that are out there. And I don't want to get into the specific details about it, but a lot has to do with the bonding of the line when they're making that. And it's a lot of times it's a trade-off. It's either super strong and very hard to work with, but in this case with Gamm, I find that it is super strong, but it's actually easy to work with. It's very limp. And so for most applications when I'm going to be using a straight fluorocarbon line, so let's say I was throwing a chatterbait, spinnerbait, baits like that, or maybe perhaps I'm using a football head, or I'm flipping a jig where I'm not using straight braid and I want to use a fluorocarbon line. I'm going to be using the Gamm Edge. And they make a lot of different line sizes. For the most part, 20 pound, 16 pound, and 12 pound is going to be perfect for those applications that I use on a regular basis. Now, as far as leader material, so obviously I do a lot of drop shotting, I do a lot of finesse fishing, I use a lot of spinning rods, and oftentimes I'm pairing that with braid. So for my spinning rods, I'm actually going to use the Gamm Torque, and here we got 6 pound and 8 pound. So I use 6 pound line on my medium light setups. That's when I'm drop shotting. That's when I'm going to throw real finesse plastics, items like that. And then when I'm throwing a tube, or maybe I'm throwing a bigger football head, that's when I'm going to go with the 8 pound. So there's not a big difference in this. In fact, it's what is it? It's 0.002 compared to 0.003 on the diameter. So there's really not a huge difference between the two. In fact, if you wanted to go straight 8, even 10 or 6, I don't think you can go wrong with that setup. But that's how I have my spinning rod set up. And then of course I'm going to have a fluorocarbon conditions in what I'm doing. For instance, if I'm drop shotting in open water, I'm probably going to go with for the most part, I'm going to go with that 7 pound. You can certainly, if you're in a situation where you feel those fish are super pressured and you really want to go and try to find the lightest way to present that bait, I think that 5 pound is going to be your answer. I don't know if I would go any more less than that, but if you feel that it's going to give you an advantage over 7, then certainly you shouldn't have a problem. I get around some zebra mussels, some things like that, and just it's a confidence thing for me. I'm very comfortable using this 7 pound, whether I'm drop shotting in 25 feet of water or I'm pitching to cruising sight fish that I see. This is going to be the leader choice for me. Now I will bump it up to a 9 pound line if I'm drop shotting for largemouth in sparse cover. So if I'm still in an open water situation and there's largemouth around and there might be some scattered grass, this 9 pounds is going to come into play. But if I have to step it up, I'll either use 10 or 12 Gamm Edge if I'm really fishing some of that heavier type structure, maybe some wood, maybe I'm power shotting. I certainly would go with this 12-pound Gamm Edge. So just a real fast recap on the lines. The Gamm Edge is going to be my mainline fluorocarbon on my bait casting reels, as well as my leader for specific times when I'm power shotting or I'm throwing a 3/8 or a 1/2 ounce Texas rigged worm, and I need some type of leader and I'm going braid to leader. That's when I'm going to be using this Gamm Edge. But then when I'm throwing on my spinning rods and I'm primarily fishing for smallmouth, I'm going to be using that Gamm Touch. So the Gamm Touch also works great when you want to just use it for a finesse presentation on your spinning rod where braid may not be the best choice. So for instance, I know a lot of you guys probably have seen me throw a hair jig, and I throw a hair jig a lot on braid because I feel it gives me a little bit better casting ability to get that bait out further. But some of those smaller Kitech jigs that I throw, some spy baits, baits like that, where you want to just possibly, there might be a situation where you're going to go straight fluorocarbon, this Gamm Touch is really going to come into play for those techniques. So obviously, line keeps you connected with the fish. It's one of the most important pieces of equipment as far as being able to get that fish in the boat. And a lot can go wrong. So when I'm throwing Gamma, I just feel like I have that small advantage. I know my line's not going to break. It has the right flexibility. It's sensitive. And it's just some strong stuff. Now, you're going to pay a little bit more for this. There's no doubt about it. You will have sticker shock. However, I promise you, if you just start out, if you throw a lot of braid and you're looking for a good fluorocarbon leader, give this fluorocarbon a try. Throw it. A lot of you guys use braid. Grab a rod and try some of this torque. Just see the difference. See what you mean. You have to actually, go out on the water and experiment and see for yourself. I think you'd become a believer when it comes to Gamma product. All right, guys, there you go. I want to know in the comments below if you tried Gamma before. What's your thoughts? What are some of your experiences using the line? Let me know. Also, if you can share this video, give me a like. As always, until next time, we'll see you guys on the water.